Hey guys. So, I just thought of a great way to communicate, some of the things that I've been saying for years now. This one has to do with taxes, okay? So, people pay, quote unquote, right, taxes. Federal Reserve notes pay for nothing. Anyway, I digress. Quote unquote pay their taxes, and they think those taxes go to the government. But the government is not the government that you think it is. It's a municipality. It's a corporation. Right? All this money that Congress borrows and the Senate borrows, they're not taking any wealth away from the people of the country, nor the wealth or worth, of the country. Who cares how much money, you want to call it that? Actually, it is money. They have to pay in real money, gold or silver, whatever. They owe it. The corporation owes it. The people don't owe it. It's real simple. But the Constitution is a contract. If you don't read the contract, then you think that the people are under the jurisdiction of the government and the police and any presumed authority. And you know what? If they presume, that's not cool, right? At this point, it's generational. People think they're just doing their job. There are some that know, right? But I mean, that presumed authority, if they presume and you assume that what they presume is correct, you are under their jurisdiction. If somebody agreed to be kidnapped by somebody, you're agreeing to be kidnapped. To use an example or parable. So this is why these people or these entities, when they're in uniform, they're entities, they're persons. The people that are inside or acting as the person, corporation, vessel in this municipality that is within this banking, postal timeline, and shipping war platform. It's all maritime. It's been maritime. It was maritime in Rome. It was maritime in Babylon. It's a way to people have rights endowed by their creator on the land. That's just the way it is, because when the laws were written that are still used, right? Laws of the Bible, right? 10 Commandments. Doesn't matter whether you believe in it or not. Doesn't matter whether you believe in religion or not. Your entire world is adjudicated by rules. Those rules. And if you think about it, you don't seem to break any of those rules, but yet you still get in trouble and pay fines, and you got to get a license and this, and I'm in trouble now. Blue lights are on. I'm scared. Because generations upon generations have been fooled into assuming the correctness of a presumed authority's presumption. You don't have to know, what to say in a courtroom. It's great to know that, right? Courtrooms are all neutral ports where all the civilized warfare is fought. Well, if you're not educated enough to be civilized, what happens when you go to court? You get fucked. And guess who gets fucked? Almost everybody. Because you're stupid? No. Absolutely not. This is an orchestrated, manufactured, lemminghood of billions upon billions of people. And we as Americans are the last bastion, simply because we are endowed as sovereigns in our constitutional republic. We have rights. The Constitution doesn't give you rights. You had those rights as soon as you popped out of your mommy. It protects them. And it's a legal contract that protects you. Those rights that you have because you were born. There's no, there may be entities, whatever, polar bear, whatever, that are above us in the food chain, but not intellectually, right? And what is intellectual is what is conveyed and what produces agreements and builds houses and cars, and come on, you know what I'm saying? How much weight you can lift matters, but if that's all it was, we would still be living in caves and shit, right? So intellectual, very important. Well, it's the most important. And if you are intellectual in your communication and your knowledge of your status and standing, then you have the same rights that Rothschild has, or any of these people that are scorned by their victims. But that victimhood was consented to with ignorance, because they just simply didn't know, with lack of knowledge, of awareness. Ignorance sounds too negative, but grammar is grammar. Well, it's 7 minutes. About to turn on my road, so yeah. Hope you liked it. Ask questions. There isn't anything I can't answer. I'm telling you. Most of it is just so simple. It's all about jurisdiction. Someone has to have jurisdiction over you. There has to be a contract somewhere that you signed, or someone on your behalf, which that doesn't really fly. You signed, knowingly, voluntarily, and intentionally agreeing to that. If they have that, you got a problem, because you've consented on paper to give away your rights. Even though there's still a way around that, because if the other party knew you didn't know that you were consenting to that and what was going to happen, the contract's null and void. Not to mention, it is unlawful, illegal for a contract to happen. Listen to me very carefully with this, okay? It is 100% illegal for a non-like entity to contract with a different like entity. Meaning, if you have anytime you have, everything is contract, right? Please refute that. I'm not saying I'm correct. I'm saying I'm pretty sure I'm correct on that. Everything's contractual, right? Even when you scratch your ass. So we have contracts with the power company. We have contracts with your employer. You have all these contracts, yet it's 100% illegal to have a contract with anybody other than another man or woman. It's illegal. They tell you that? If they didn't, what does that mean? It means it's null and void. However, he who does not assert his rights has none. And then you have laches, where you fail to notify. You have to stop and correct. He who sees a wrong, even upon himself or herself, and does not stop and correct it, occasions that wrong. These are laws of the universe, from the Bible, quantum physics, probably Hinduism and Buddhism and the rest of them. All right, sorry, 10:24, gotta go. See ya. Hey, thanks to all my new subscribers. Try to share as much as you can. Remember, we're now the minority. When we become the majority, mankind changes in a great way. Take care.